This goes out to everyone who thinks Uncle Tick's Tourette's is not real, that he's faking it.
I have coprolalia and echolalia, so I'm going to mimic you or take the piss out of you or swear at you.
And there are a lot of ticks in this conversation. He even calls me a So strap in.
I'm a dark, humid fella. I've got Tourette's. I'm going to call you or a I'm going to say shit you don't like. Might as well live it and own it.
So he talked about growing up in the King Country in a really small town, Otorohanga, my Maniapoto brother, but talked about what it was like in school with Tourette's, that, you know, there wasn't much support or knowledge around it back then. So that was tough for him. Talked about going to uni, you know, falling his way into, really falling into social media. So one of the things I love about Uncle Tick's is that he uses his platform to advocate for others going through Tourette's, especially the children, other people living with disabilities, and he advocates for them all the time, even if that leads to online beef.
You can't win. You're always going to piss someone off, so stop trying to please everyone. Who fucking cares?
It was a roller coaster though. We went everywhere, and not in that order. So strap in, because this is a whirlwind of a podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Uncle Tick's, enjoy. Unfiltered is produced by the team at Fanaticals, and we are part of the Acast network. Before the episode starts, I just ask for one favour, one thing only of you. If you're watching, 80% of people watching are not subscribed. So if I can ask for one thing, please hit the subscribe button. It enables us to keep growing and to keep showing these stories, to keep showing people that no matter where you start in life and what you're going through, it's possible. Thanks, team. Enjoy. Uncle Tick's.
How are you?
Thank you for joining me, brother. Man, I really appreciate it.
That's right. I told you just off camera before, this is the only podcast I'm going to go on in the country, so.
What made you do it?
Because I respect you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got fucking I've got heaps of time for you. I appreciate what you do for our communities, and yeah.
I appreciate that, brother.
I look up to you, and I think to myself, just like my peers, like I look up to like Oosgang and like the Jimmy Jacksons and the Louis Davises. I was thinking, fuck, how do I better my day? How do I stop being a troll on the internet? How do I stop getting myself in trouble?
Where were you raised, bro? Where'd you grow up?
So I grew up in the mighty King Country in Otorohanga. Very proud of that.
So are you Maniapoto as well?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, man, it's us. We're Whanaunga.
Yeah, we probably are. It's funny you say that. My fellow islander brother over here. Are you Samoan?
I'm half Samoan, half Māori from Maniapoto.
Fuck yeah.
I'm on the border of Maniapoto.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
So, I grew up in the King Country, my bro, and went to Otorohanga South School, and then went to Otorohanga College. Wasn't really supported through school. I think that was a late 90s and early 2000s thing. Ironically, there's not a lot of people supported now, but I think it's a lot better than it used to be, especially when I was growing up, yeah.
So having, Tourette's growing up back then, what was it like?
What was it like for me? It was terrible. I got kicked out of. I remember in year 7, I got suspended because I ticked and kicked this girl who kept on bullying me, and I told her we're in class, and she kept getting in my face, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to kick you and ticket you," and I did. I ticked, and then the teacher kicked me out of the classroom, and I had to go sit outside the bloody principal's room for like 2 weeks, and then they suspended me, and I didn't get to go on camp, and then I still hold the grudge against those teachers that did that to me. Because nowadays, you could subpoena people to court for that. You could take people to court for discriminative things. That was a lot of what my schooling was like. In college, that was my primary. In college, it was a lot different. I'm going to be honest, when you get told to harden the fuck up, bro?
Yeah.
I just did that. Yeah. I had a very hard father, rest his soul. Passed away 8 years ago. Great man. Really great man. But when I say hard, it was a Māori upbringing, bro. It was hiding. It was this, it was that. Get the fuck over it, bro. Don't do that job because that's gay. Don't do this because that's that. You know what I mean? Which in my eyes didn't make him a bad man. It's just how they were raised. They were raised differently, right? So, yeah. That's the sort of upbringing I came from, bro. Humble beginnings, bro. Shout out Phillips Ave and Otorohanga. Shout out just Otorohanga hard, bro. King Country hard.
Yeah, bro. Are your family all right down there with the floods and everything that's happened?
Oh, it makes me sad. No, But yes, everyone's safe, but no, because my mum's lost a bit of stuff. But yeah, I mean, fuck, man, that's life, eh? Yeah. When you really, that's why we pay for insurance. That's how we do. That's why we have these things that companies can pay out when we've been paying all these big premiums for fucking all our lives. That's why we have what we have. So it'll be all right. Everything materialistically driven can be replaced. Who cares?
Yeah, I spoke to one of the board members just to make sure that check this, and they were out there giving a lot of support.
Oh, bro,
but it was hit hard, eh?
I must say though, bro, the one thing I like about the community, bro, especially the Otorohanga community, bro, so awesome. I went to school with someone's house that got flooded around the back, bro. I'm not going to mention their names or anything. They might hear this, they might not. But, bro, I spoke to them yesterday. I gave them a quick voice message. And for anyone knows out there, I love a voice message. I love sending a voice note.
You do love sending a voice note.
Always genuine ones, sending appreciative things. But anyway, I sent to her, I was like, oh, I didn't know you lived behind my mum here. She goes, yeah, I lost my car, my shed. I was like, oh. But she's like, that's all right, though. It could have been way worse. I'm like, that's the humble mania poto ways. You sweet potato, you like, you know.
Yeah.
No fucking stressing. There was someone that passed away, sadly, which is really sad for that whānau.
Do you think?
But everyone's all right. That's the main thing.
Do you think that?
Sorry, I got you there. Go.
Teachers in general, now compared to back then, do you think there's more of an understanding around Tourette's kids now in school and support around it compared to when you were growing up?
I don't mean to toot my own horn or the others' horns that I'm really close with that are really large on the internet for doing what we do with Tourette's-related things. I think it is because we've somewhat normalised and made it the norm. Back then, bro, you never saw. The only thing I knew about Tourette's was a kid on Shorten Street. Do you remember that guy?
No, I don't watch too much.
Jesus, you're old. You should know
I am
this.
old, bro. Bro, I'm 47 this year.
I'm 33 this year. I still feel like I'm 21. Can't run around like I was 21 anymore. Jeez, I tell you that, but shit. There was a guy that represented Tourette's-related things, and he was on Shorten Street. Now, if I look back at that, it was a bit of a yarn now, because fuck, it was a piss take, but that was the only representation I saw. So shout out, South Pacific, bloody, shout out those guys, bro. This isn't sponsored either. It's just they put a representation out there. I was like, wow, I can be represented. Yeah. That was the only thing I saw for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Until like-minded people like myself came along and just started promoting it. I'm going to say this. I really want to say this because I've only ever really said it once or twice in my life. The association, what the Tourette's Association here do in this country, it's not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've had big back and forths with them.
What can they do more, bro? What aren't they doing?
Not enough. I feel like they're money-hungry, greedy people, and they're only in it for themselves and not the kids. Yeah, there's way more I could go into, bro. But I don't really want to sit here and talk shit about them. Yeah. Just being honest.
What more can be done, just in general, to help kids, like yourself back in those days, going through it?
Okay, so the only really thing I've heard in the last year was a few radio snippets, and they pick a month of the year and they talk about Tourette's. Which, hey, look, that's good. I reckon they need to go around schools and talk about it.
Yeah.
Maybe they do, maybe they don't. They've got leaflets. Fuck, it's not good enough. Yeah. But anyway, I can't fix that problem. Maybe that's hypocritical of me to say. Actually, no, it's not. I'm doing a good job. I talk about my Tourette's every day. I post a video. We laugh about it. People talk about it.
Yeah.
Poverty. Do you remember when you posted up those stories about going to people's houses over Christmas or Easter and not having any money or any
message, yes.
Any food or anything, bro? I remember sending you a message. And this is my ignorance. I've worked hard, just like yourself, to get to the position you're in life to live somewhat a nice life. It could be better. I think everyone's could be better. I don't own a house yet or have kids. It's to come. But, I live a good life now. And I was so blown away by learning and starting my own business and getting into it and learning about there are people out there that are earning only $40,000 a year and living off that, or $50,000 a year. That blew my mind. It broke my heart, bro, to know that these people are out there working hard, brother Butterbean. They're out there doing it, bro, and they're suffering. And they're, how the fuck do you live off that?
So that's the working poor, bro. It's not even paycheck to paycheck. It's hour to hour.
Yeah.
Well,
But again, I'm not well off
Yeah.
or anything like that. There's some weeks where I struggle where I haven't been paid in 2 months. I've made videos to be paid, but I haven't been paid. So, but bro, it gives me goosebumps. It blows me away that that's out there, and that's sad. That makes me really sad.
What's
It breaks
sad
my
is
heart.
we're actually a food producing nation, and there's hungry children.
How fucking buzzy is that, bro?
There's 1 in 3 New Zealand children are going hungry. 1 in 2 Pacifica go without.
So how do
have
you,
food
how do you-
insecurity.
How do you fix that? What do you do to counteract the thing? What do you do?
Bro, that's a fucking loaded question. You got it. Like, it's for me. I mean, have you interviewed me? It's just about for me.
I'm about to interview him on his own podcast.
Yeah, but everything comes down supporting community groups that are working alongside these families, because you've got to address the immediate need. Of course, they need food, but then you need to work alongside them. Say, okay, are you working? If not, why not?
Yeah.
What barriers are in the way? Because a lot of these is generational issues.
And that's why I decided to do this podcast today.
Yeah.
No, because of what he does. So that's why. I was trying to get there, but yeah that's why I wanted to come on today. Because that's the work you do. So
Yeah. Just trying to, I always just think, like, it's not, no matter what we think of the parents, it's not the kids' fault.
Yeah.
And if we want our grandkids' lives and New Zealand to be better, we have to help.
Cool.
And we have to be in it for the long haul, because these things don't change in 3 years, a government term.
Yeah. It'd be almost better if people might castrate me and kill me for this, but if we had like governments for like 10 years and then they tried to make differences within then. Do you get what I mean? People won't like
Yeah.
that because some people don't like certain governments.
Fuck, I
and so
wouldn't
on
want
and so
this
forth.
government to be in for 10 years, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So where'd you go to after high school? Did you end up going to uni? What was high
Yeah.
school? After high school, where'd you go?
I went and studied out Wintec. It was mean out there.
Yeah.
It was a little bit hard at the time though, because I'd come off all my pills for studying with my ADHD and that. So I'd come off all like the amphetamines, I think that's what they're called. And I just couldn't concentrate. So yeah, I studied architecture for 6 years. That was a good one. I didn't finish it. And then I went into shooting nightclubs and touring DJs,
Yeah.
which was pretty cool. And the reason I liked doing that was because I could be loud behind a DJ
Yeah.
and no one could hear me ticking. So I really enjoyed the nightlife. I love a beer. Who doesn't? And, I was always high on life because it was so exhilarating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always like, whoa, this is so fun. There's so many lights flashing and
Yeah.
shit like that. So
Yeah.
that's what I did. And then got into like making like YouTube vlogs when I was younger and did this and did that.
When was that?
Anyway, I used to go above and beyond, like hugely for like someone that never really, always had a creative step. So I was always like, I'm going to do something better than what I saw on the internet. And I'd just up it, and I'd look it up and like, okay, that's really cool. I can do that again. But I'd build these videos out and I'd do like daily vlogs. They were fucking hard. I'd put hours and hours of work into them. And they went nowhere. I was doing them kind of like a Casey Neistat style shit, but including my Tourette's. And they'd go off. Some of them would. Some of them had like 5,000 views in the week, and then some of them would only have 150. It just really depended on what caught on.
Yeah.
And I started to realize, okay, got some niche stuff here I can do. People seem to like the disability related shit, but I seem to like being comedically driven. So I'm going to go the comedy route or comedy route. And yeah, that's kind of how it all happened. So yeah, between the years of like 2011 to 16 or 17, that's when I studied. Then I dropped out, failed at that completely.
Did you move back home then?
No, I stayed in Hamilton. Also, I worked at Countdown, Woolworths. I must give a lot of love to Woolworths. Ironically, I used to work on the checkout.
Wow, what was that like?
Hold on, I'm getting there. It's bloody terrible. I would mask my tics into how I spoke to people. It'd be like, how I'm talking to you. Ah, I'd be having a great day today. What else is new? Like, mask it in and make it flow.
Yeah.
And Countdown, Woolworths, or Progressive Enterprises were one of the only companies in the entire country that really would just take someone like me on.
Yeah.
And they put me on fucking checkouts, the bastards. And I love that. I fucking
Yeah,
love that. They
fucking
put me
good
on the
on
bloody
'em.
checkout. And I ran with it, bro. 10 years I did at their company.
Jeez.
And because of them, I could live, I could have a life.
Yeah.
And I'd start doing the tours on the weekends. I'd go out and I'd gallivant around the country. I'd take my ex-girlfriend's camera and I'd just go. And she wouldn't care. And then, I dropped out of my studies. I just want to say a massive shout out to Woolies as well. You guys are the bomb diggity. Not sponsored.
How's your mum and sister going? Because I remember I met them, right? It was a couple of Christmases ago.
Well, I mean, my mother's as good as she can be. Yeah, it's a bit sad, really. But because we lost my dad 8 years ago this year. But my sister, she's doing a lot better, actually.
Yeah.
It was only up until maybe I'd say a year ago where she finally came right. I'd say she's a lot better than what she was. Yeah, because there's 6 bridges in Hamilton, but she tried to probably jump off all of them.
Yeah.
And failed each time. So maybe that's a godsend, type shit.
Well, I remember when we stood and prayed with her, bro.
Mm.
And I said to her, there was a couple of people in our team that had gone through suicide attempts and drugs and all, and they were doing really well now.
Yeah.
But I said to her, we got a girl called Ina, you should watch her episode on this really similar journey.
You should get heroin on here, bro.
But I said to her, you're here for a reason.
Yeah.
You might not know it, but I mean, if all these failed attempts, there's a reason.
Yeah. I always have a giggle with her. Eh? Obviously, my way of dealing with stuff is laughing at it or laughing at shit. I mean, God, I've got Tourette, so you got to laugh at everything. That's one thing I can appreciate with her. It was very hard. It was very hard at some time. I remember my sister and I talking. We were like, "Oh, have you already come to terms with her not wanting to be here anymore and offing herself, ending her life?" And my sister's like, "Yes." So we'd already come to terms with it. We'd already cried about it. We'd done all that. And with her doing her attempts, Mum would tell me, "Oh, she tried again." I'd be like, "Oh, yeah." I wouldn't know how to react because I've already grieved. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a tough thing in my life, yeah. That went on for about 2 years. I'd cry about it and be upset about it. Okay, I'm over that now. We'll move on, I had to accept it in case it had already come.
Yeah.
And pre-plan what we're going to do. So, yeah, we're already spoken about that. But now we look back and we laugh. And we have fun with the experiences we've had because that's how we deal with it.
Yeah.
And everyone's different. Some people don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
But to answer your question in the most lightest way, she's doing really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my mum could be better. She did just lose a lot in the floods in the King Country. But hey, we're all right. We could be way worse. There's a lot of people out there that lost all their cattle.
Yeah.
And we're out in the water trying to save the bulls from drowning and getting electrocuted by the electric fences running. And they had to do what they needed to do to save their livelihood. But, we could be way worse. So there's worse off out there, but we're all good.
Awesome, bro. It's good to hear that she's doing better, bro. I'd always wondered. I didn't want to ask you, but I was.
Oh, fuck, you can if you want to, bro.
Instagram,
You should. Don't feel like you can shy off. You know the situation. And you've been there and you've experienced it with me. Hey, we're all on the bright side of life now.
Yep.
So it's good. We're all good.
When did you realise that?
Sorry, I cut you off. Go, dickhead.
When did you realise that you could make a living off doing social media? Was it TikTok? I mean,
it was TikTok at the start. Yeah. At 45,000 followers, I remember the day I got recognised. Okay, we'll take it back. You ready?
Yes.
Because you're all about taking shit back, Mr. Butterbean. Woo! Okay. It was about mid-COVID, and Olivia and I had gone out to the supermarket. Went down the Mupasaka, bro, and we were down there just doing our thing. And what were we buying? Like food for dinner or something like that. And I got recognised in the mall. And I only had 45,000 followers. Now, hang on. 45,000 people is a fucking shitload of people. You put 45,000 people in a room, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I was like, why? So I was like, why are you coming up to me? I like your videos online. I was like, okay. Got on the phone as soon as I got home. There were 3 people that I was going to ask to be my manager. Daniel, who was my current manager, and he's been my manager ever since from the start. Jackson, who's a really close friend of mine, and Bevan, he's another close friend of mine. 3 of those people I wanted to be my manager. Only one of them could do it. And he was like, what do you want to do? I'm like, okay. We were getting emails and messages coming in. Messages. Oh, can you do this? Pro bono work? Or what's the other word? Not pro bono work, sorry. Contra. We had heaps of contra stuff coming in. And I was like, oh, we could do this. Clothing started coming our way. We got fucking lamps and people doing random shit like, do you want to try this bike out? You can keep this bike. And I'm like, whoa. So I gave it all to him. And he started dealing with it. And I said from the start with a handshake, this is what you're getting. This is what we're doing. And that's when it started.
Yeah.
And that was about 6 months into our journey. Not even that. 4 months in of posting videos on the internet.
Yeah.
It just kicked off straight away. But that was in the golden era, I say it now. I feel like my golden era hasn't started yet. My golden era will be when I have kids. When I can show you videos of what it's like to live with Tourette's around them and really showcase how I live my life. I think that'll be my golden time.
Yeah.
But that's where it all kicked off, right?
What year was that about?
That was about 2020, yeah.
Geez, so, yeah, it's not that long ago, eh?
No? 6 years, 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for about 7 years coming up.
Yeah. Who was it? Who did you look up to back then? Was it Jimmy Jackson or who were the guys you were looking up to or girls?
Yes. I think everyone you've had in the seat will say the same thing when it comes to social media kids.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you got the Johnny Dangers, a lot of the Cougar Boys. Yeah, they were the OG guys to do it. There's a couple of other boys as well that I used to follow. Like there was a guy called the Dry Guy.
Yep.
Sean Parkinson out of Tauranga. And he'd just do voiceovers in a real mouldy way to like fucking anything like funny.
Oh, I remember
kind
him.
of like that Aussie guy that does it.
Yeah.
The guy that goes over there and he's like, fuck, cunt. You know, he does shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, he just did that. So, yeah, I just looked up to people that had an aspiration and drive for things, people that could follow through on what they said they were going to do. And that's the people I looked up to.
Yeah. Can I ask you something about your tics?
Go. You
So-
big brown bastard.
So that, right? When you do it, like you say something, when you're doing a tic, is it when whatever comes out, like whatever blurts out?
Is it what
is
I
it-
mean?
No, is it something that you're thinking?
Not
like,
consciously.
You big
Sometimes it
black
might
bastard
be.
or something, you know, like,
Ask the question again, I cut you off, go.
is there something that, is it the tics that come out, is it something that you're thinking or is it just real random?
Sometimes it can be random. I mean, if I see an abnormally large woman in front of me, I'm probably going to say she's quite a large woman. She's a big bitch. But it's also
That's
the
going to
truth.
be a good clip. But so it's, if you're thinking it and then you happen to have a tic, that's what
Sometimes,
happens.
yeah. It really depends. I have coprolalia and echolalia. So I'm going to mimic you or take the piss out of you or swear at you. But all of them are fun. For me, it is anyway. I don't really give a fuck. People get offended, man. But yeah, that's my TED talk for the day, bro.
But don't like, so if you're out and about, so
Oh,
if someone's
fuck.
out and about and you say
God.
something to them, don't be offended.
No, I'd usually apologise. Most
Yeah.
people say, I don't apologise. They're like, you shouldn't be apologising. I'm like, but I have a conscious, I'll have a conscious effort. Sorry. I'll have a conscious feeling inside of me like to turn around and go, oh shit, I'm so sorry I've got Tourette's. Because not everyone knows who I am.
Yeah.
It'd be ignorant of me to assume. So I'm like, fuck, so sorry I've got Tourette's. But nah, bol.
How does your wife handle it when you're out and about with people that getting pissed off and stuff?
One of my favourite tics at the moment that I've been yelling in malls and like open areas with heaps of people is women shouldn't play sports.
Oh, fuck.
That's terrible, right?
You don't, but do you really think that?
Do you think I think that? I support
course
like the NRL women's.
Yeah.
I'm friends with like the girls that play sports. No, of course not. I fucking love women's sports.
Yeah.
Some of my favourite women's sports is UFC. Because fuck, they just swing, G.
Yeah.
So, no, I do not think that.
You're just
But-
taking it.
But I'll go, how many people looked, how many people are offended? You'll be like, a few people. I'm like, it's a win for me today. We've got to move on. You can't sit there and
Yeah.
dwell. If they come up to you and they're offended, I'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I have a neurological dysfunction in the brain. I have Tourette's. I make sounds and might say things. And I make sounds and might say some things you don't like. But yeah, that's the disability. And if you're still offended by then, now you're free game to me.
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
to roast you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're offended? Fuck. Keep being offended, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just yeah, as long as I've explained politely, and
Yeah,
you can.
yeah.
Most people be like, "Oh fuck, sorry, bro." I'll be like, "No, don't apologize. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let's move on. See ya."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you have to look at it like that.
That's what when I first met you. I met you at the night rides. That's
Right
Rainbow's
at
End.
Rainbow's Inn. How good was that?
My kids come running over. Dad, Uncle Tix here. Because I said, who's Uncle Tix? Tell me all about it. Cool. Then I saw you over there. It was cool to meet you there. But yeah, that's my first time when all the Tix motherfuckers and all this.
Yeah, hey, well, that's life. That's what it is. It's always been like that. One of my favourite ticks when we go out, it's always towards my wife, this poor girl. I don't know why she married me. Is either she's not wearing any underwear, yelling that across the restaurant, or we're in a plane, and it's semi-quiet, and then she gets up, maybe to put something in like the overhead compartments. My wife's going for shit, everybody. She needs a piss and a shit. People across like, fuck, they're hilarious. And she comes, sits back down, she goes, I'm embarrassed. But it's fun. We're trying to have fun with it, bro.
Yeah. And how? I mean, what are you up to now on the TikToks? Like 5 million.
Frack, and 4.7 million. Yeah, I don't really post as much on there. The TikTok is actually one of the hardest companies to work with in the world. They say they're quite supportive. I mean, that's what they posted not that long ago. They're all supportive and inclusive. There's the biggest load of fucking bullshit I've ever seen in my life. There's the biggest load of rubbish ever. Yeah. I get banned on live streams at least once or twice a month for my tics. I'll yell the N-word. I'll yell shit like that. And I'll get banned. And when I email in we used to have partner managers and they all fired everyone and let them go.
Yeah.
Because everything's going to AI. And the AI is trash. We're not ready for AI. Yeah. No one in the world's ready for it. Not with the shit I've seen. Like, do you want me to delve into that? Do you want me to tell you? Seeing like, I've got fellow Tourette's creators out there. There's this real pretty girl from America. She's 22, 23, real beautiful girl, Pākehā girl. And she posts, she's got real cute and sweet little tics like, she's a real sweet girl. People have been AIing her naked onto things.
Jeez.
And reselling it on Fansly and OnlyFans and that's her, and making bank off it and just promoting it to the world or promoting it to the world and on like Reddit and things like that she's nude. We're not ready for AI, and she's really famous as well. Her name's Keats. She's a fucking really sweet person, and then that sort of shit happens to them.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. But anyway, what were you saying before?
So where do you make most of your money now online?
Well, I live stream after this. I'm going to go home and I'm going to live stream.
But what the fuck is live? So I got a young kid from Australia whose dad helped me out.
Yep.
Dad helped me out early days. So he rang me and said, I want, his dad reached out, can you do a live stream with my son? So yeah, all right, no worries. And then I thought, what the fuck's a live stream? So they sent me a link. I jumped on this thing and I had no idea. But it was actually a really good interview. This guy asked me, it was a good...
Yeah. So I live stream like
but what is it?
Horror games with Tourette's. I
yeah.
play games. And people will come watch and they'll pay me to play games. Yeah.
They pay you to play games?
Yeah, when I'm paying my Space Invaders, they sub or gift, yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's a lot of money a year. Otherwise, I'll have like 2 or 3 main companies that I work with yearly, and that'll be like a large chunk of my salary of what I earn in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, how the fuck
and then
do I get
we'll
into
have
streaming? How do I get into the streaming thing?
Well, I run, it's all on PC. I run it all off PC, stream online.
Yeah.
Not on my phone. It's all streamed off of PC.
It's like Kick or something. I heard that.
Yep, Twitch and TikTok. I stream on TikTok. But going back to TikTok, that's how they are the hardest streaming system because the AI just bans me, bro.
Yeah.
On shit. And then I'll reach out to them and they're like, they never fucking reply, or they're like, I'll reach out to like the Discord thing that they have and they're like, nah, they don't reply. And it's just like, you guys fired everyone to now become the shittest app in the world. Yeah. And I'll honestly say that. It's terrible. They're not inclusive. If they often TikTok awards me, I'm not going to go. Why the fuck would I give back to them now after you keep banning me and I'm losing income because of you?
Yeah.
Like, that's discriminative. Like, you know,
Yeah,
if I had the money, I'd take them to court, but I don't right now. I'd go to Ahi Tourette and sue them for it, because that's, you're banning me after, and I've got everything there, all the writing out, and I talk to AI bots and they're like, sorry, we still can't, and sorry, we can't put your account back up because of what you said. No shit. That's why I've got a disability. I've told you 5 times. Sorry, we can't reinstate this. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
It's like throwing shit down into the wind and it whacking you back in their face.
Yeah.
Or pissing into the wind. Do you ever pissed in the wind?
I have.
And did it go all over your feet?
Yeah, when I was out, and when you're on the side of a car,
That's the...
you're on the side of a motorway, you got no choice which way it's either you piss into the wind or you piss facing the cars. So I chose piss into the wind.
And you're up shit creek without any toilet paper. You're up all without a paddle. I don't know why you're wanting to fucking paddle and shit anyway, but you just, it's terrible.
Yeah. Speaking about awards, bro, so you've been nominated for New Zealander Local Hero of the Year.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Because I won Local Hero of the Year a few years ago.
Yeah, so Local Hero of the Year, that's not going forward anymore. Yeah, I haven't actually told anyone about that. So let me explain. I posted a video laughing at a girl who had openly admitted to cheating on her partner and obtaining an STD. Now, I thought that was pretty karma. I thought, well, good job. Yeah. Like everyone else had done
Karma.
that. Yeah, it is. Everyone else on there was roasting her harder than what I did, and I just laughed about it. The video went viral. She got quite upset about that because she got a lot of backlash. And then I was like, she came to me, and she's like, I want you to take that video down. But I was like, it's a comedy video. You put it out there. Just like if I put something stupid out there, blah, blah, blah. In the end, I ended up apologising for it because I was like, maybe it was a bit far. Sorry about that. I apologised to her, and I meant it. 100% meant it. And this was just as the awards were coming into play. And you had some New Zealand influencers out there who I'm not going to name. I dislike them a lot. And I've never liked them, never got along with them. Maybe in the past. And I'd already sorted it out with them. I'd already apologised. But they'd keep going on the posts on the forum saying, he's still this and he's still that. And they'd still keep coming for me. And they were like, it's fine. I've apologised. I posted a video. I said, I made a mistake. I move on. I'm only human. Fuck, I'm an idiot sometimes, And I then posted a video a month later, a comedy skit with a consensual skit with my wife and a few other girl mates that we're really close with.
Yep.
And it was me putting on some glasses. And the skit went, it was like a comedy skit, like, you can't see where my eyes are looking when I have my glasses on. And it was me directly underneath my wife looking up her skirt with the glasses on. Like, it was stupid comedy skit. Yeah. I got a message from the New Zealander of the Year people saying, oh, we've dropped you, we're kicking you out of this. Now, at the start of all this, right? At the start of all this, I asked them, you know exactly the type of videos I make. You know what you're getting into bed with. Like, are you okay with that? And they're like, yeah, we're okay with that. I was like, cool. So I'd made the first mistake. I'd apologised and I'd said it. I've taken everything down. It's still down now. And that girl and I, we get along. We've got nothing. Like, I listened to the episode that she did. It was a good episode on her podcast that she was talking about all that stuff that had happened. And then this New Zealand people pulled me out of it and dropped me out of it because of the video I made with my wife, a comedy skit. And I said, I actually didn't give them the time of day. I didn't message her back. If I was going to rip shit on them. Yeah. But I was like, fuck them. They don't deserve my time now. And secondly, I don't need a fucking medal or an award to know I've done well for my community. Yeah. I don't need that bullshit. I already know I've done well. I get messages every day. And that's not being far up my ass. It's just knowing it's made an impact. Yeah. It's done what I needed to do. That's exactly why I set out to do it, was to teach people about Tourette's. So I don't need your fucking medals. And thanks for fucking nothing. Thanks for mucking me around like you bloody did. Like, you knew what you were getting into bed with.
One last message for the people at the New Zealand, what is it? New Zealander of the Year Awards. What's your message to the people of New Zealander of the Year?
Oh, I don't dislike them. Like, they've given great awards to, like, Chanel Lal. They deserve that. Yeah. I think they are a great person for what they've done. They do well in the community. You've got the right drive. But don't go and kick someone out because you knew what you were getting into bed with. I don't dislike them. I was so mad though. And I was so mad and I spoke to Olivia. What the hell do I do about this? She's like, fuck it. I asked my manager. He's like, lol. He's like, what a joke.
Yeah.
It's like, you knew what you were getting yourself into bed with, mate. I had nothing against them doing that, but fuck, bro, you could have given me a call or at least said it to my face or, rather than giving me an email. I'm like, what a sooky move, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes with those, it really comes, because it's the panel of a handful of people.
Which I understand, there's a board there speaking about it.
Each sort of prize, each category has a panel of 3 or 4.
Ridiculous.
So it can be just one person's opinion.
Yeah.
But
hey, look, I'm proud that I'm still in it. I was nominated in it.
Yeah.
I served my medal. I wanted to chuck it in the bin. But I've never really spoken about that, and I'm just being honest. I think, you think you're going in for all this shit, and it's like the be-all. I also didn't like the responsibility of it, having that always playing in the back of my mind if I want to do a comedy skit with my wife.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that responsibility. So maybe, come the end of it, I probably would have pulled out of that. Maybe I would have, because I like making comedy skits and them going viral with my wife and friends. I think it's funny, even if they are inappropriate. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm a dark, humid fella. I've got Tourette's. I'm going to call you an N-word, a cunt, or a bastard. I'm going to say shit you don't like. Might as well live it and own it. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, I was just a bit upset about that. And we think that situation now, including them, are a bit of a joke. So whatever. Yeah. I don't have anything more to share on them. I've got nothing bad to say. It's just know who you're getting yourself into bed with. And don't get people's hopes up for no fucking reason.
I hate those. I actually don't like the awards.
Neither. I don't like award shit like that. I'll never do another one in my life now.
Yeah.
I'll anything from New Zealand. I'll never. If you nominate me, I'll politely decline and I'll move on.
Yeah.
The only people I would do would be the TikTok awards if they pulled their head out of their bums and actually did something to support the disabled community that they say they are doing.
Yeah.
And I'd do that, and I've openly said that on a few videos. But other than that, kefe. Matusi. Fuck, I don't care.
Got Stephen Setu in the chair. Give fair.
Me and him. Oh, I like Stephen.
He's a good fella.
I used to really dislike him.
Yeah.
And then I said a comment about him online, and he called me out fucking fair and square. And I was like, you know what, bro? I messaged him. I called him. I was like, he's like, fuck you. And I'm like, you know what, bro? Fair enough. I apologize. I'm sorry, bro. And he's like, he said sorry as well. And we moved on. And now if I see him out, if we see people, because people always come and say, I'm on Stephen Setu's side. I'm like, fair enough. I apologise to him.
But you guys are all good now?
Yeah, fuck, I got nothing against him, but I like Stephen. There's a lot of people out there that don't like him, and fair enough, they have their opinions, but I now have my opinion with him, and we squash that, and
he's a good guy. I've known him for a while, and we got him on here.
If I hadn't have squished that, and I'd still gone through with how I was feeling, that would have been a total different conversation, but I'm so glad that I kind of commented what I did and I retracted and apologised and he retracted and apologised because that could have been way worse. And it just doesn't need it. There's a lot of drama right now going around online with our Pacifica whānau and Polynesian whānau, and it's just not needed.
I find that I just sit back and watch a lot of these things.
We should be stopping it.
Influencers fighting, like arguing with each other, going back and forth online. I think, what the fuck's going on?
There has been a few creators lately I've seen online. I'm like, bro, it's becoming personal.
One of the comments I see, which pissed me off, is where people question, your Tourette's.
Oh.
They say it's an act.
Oh. I always say this, Brother Dave, I always say, if you think it's a lie, you're a liar. Jimmy Jackson's a liar. Oosgang's a liar. My wife's a liar. My mum's a liar. Everyone that I know personally in my life are liars.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Do you see that? Like 100%. People like to me. Sometimes.
Does that get to you? Does it get to you when you see comments like that?
I used to, and I don't really care anymore. I'll pick and choose my battles. There was a girl who I made a video about that long ago, but I picked that battle because they were big into their God and saying they're better and they're doing this and they're doing that, but they're commenting on my videos saying I'm this and I'm that.
Fuck, I hate that.
But I only did that because on their page they were preaching, I'm such a great person, I'm such this. Girl, shush, shut your booty flaps up and give me a bit of respect, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, fuck, every now and then I'll get upset about it and I'll be like, lol, look at this egg. But 9 times out of 10, I've really tried to stay away from that stuff now. And I knew it did get bad at one stage where I'd call people out weekly about shit, but it just brought bad vibes to my life, and I don't need that.
Yeah.
I live.
Gotcha.
I'm quite a happy fella.
Yeah.
If you ever meet me, I always go to my way to give you a fist bump, say kia ora, say hello, keep it short and easy, and then move on. But fuck, that's the last thing I need is bringing negativity into one's life.
Yeah.
But it did used to get to me, yeah. But
Yeah.
I was so new to the game. I'm even so new now. You look at the veterans that have been doing it for like 12 to 13 years, and they nailed it. They've been through everyone's been through their stuff. Like I've been through my stuff of online drama where it's like I've been called out, and sometimes I feel like I deserve that. Yeah, I really have, and I've learned a lesson from that. Other times I'm just like, you guys have gone too far. That's not right.
Yeah.
I've lost family over this, bro.
Really?
Yep. From drama on the internet, I've lost family over it, friends. A lot of people have distanced themselves from me, and fair enough. I'm just glad I've got a supportive group of mates around me. And it goes for creators as well. Some people probably dislike me now and don't want to work with me, and that's all right. I understand that. I respect that, you know. I'm not going to sit here and be upset about it.
Yeah.
I'll just stop trying with them, move on. But yeah, like sometimes it does play a bit of a thing on my mind.
Yeah.
It used to in back in the day, but not so much now. I'm just like, fuck it. Moving on, next video, Livy, let's go and do our next comedy skit and have fun with it, you know.
I just use it. I say, I'll fucking show you guys what I can do. In the early days when people hate my guts.
My dad was a big fan of you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Back in your early days.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. When we used to watch you on the TV, on the pay-per-view.
Oh, that's cool, bro.
What's your favourite knockout?
Oh, my one was Finau Maka.
How many fights you have?
I had 19.
19
But
fights.
I started in 2014. I didn't fight for that long. Had 19 fights.
Oh, between 2014.
Yeah.
But how come I knew about you prior to that then? Back in like the early 2000s?
Nah, you wouldn't know.
No. Must have been another big brown brother.
Yeah.
He must have been another one of you fucking Islander Māori fellas. Bloody Marys.
Hey, bro, if you had the opportunity, you know, to turn off your Tourette's, you know, would you do it?
I'd like to. Yeah, I think it'd be funny. Would I still be? I think I'd still be somewhat funny with my words. I don't think I would be as Leighton as I am now. But there are new things coming out, and I do get that question quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm also none the wiser if I had turned it off.
Yeah.
Because I've lived like this all my life. I've always thrown shit. Like when I was like 8 or 9, I'd throw 2-minute noodles at the wall.
Yeah.
I'd get a hiding. But fuck, you know, because my
What's the
mom...
worst hiding you ever got?
Oh, shit.
We used to always compare hidings when you...
I would always get the mean belt, bro, from my dad if I'd done something. I used to get strapped, bro, for it.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible. Bare ass too, bro. Bare ass.
My dad had a belt that he got made in prison. It was a big fucking thick leather belt with had Samoa written on it.
Samoa. Sorry, I had to do
it
that.
would leave Samoa written on our fucking legs.
Wait, do you remember the ad on television now? Samoa. Now, how dare you hit me with that Samoa belt?
We'd leave fucking the imprint of Samoa be written on our legs.
At least you fucking knew where you were from, eh? Butter Bizzle. You look at you big boy.
Where you from? Have a look at my fucking welts.
Yeah, have a look at my ass. It's right there. Right? Big black writing across my black ass. That's hilarious.
It's quite white, actually.
Yeah, mine's as dark as they come. Oh, mine's black as. Yeah, bro. Yeah. My most memorable one would have been, I got suspended from school. And I just remember my mum going, kick his ass. And I was like, oh, fuck, bro, bare ass too, yeah. Whack. But I look back at it now, and all you parents out there that soft parent and do that shit, even though I don't have kids, we still turned out good today. And I'm not going to beat my kids or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think that's gone from me. I will, though, however, scare the shit out of my kids and eat your dinner. Because, fuck, that's what I used to get. But I'm not going to beat my kids like that.
Yeah.
I grew up and I laugh at that shit now. I look back and go, fuck me, that was hard out. Did it need to be that hard out, bro? But here we are.
I remember...
Did it make you a better man for what it is today?
Oh, I don't know. No, bro, I got up to... You know, me and my wife talk about our kids. Sometimes they're annoying and lazy, but I remember what the fuck I was up to when I was at their age.
Was it way worse?
Oh, man. Yes.
So next time, and when your kids see this, tell them he's a hypocrite.
Yeah, so, and I don't smack my kids, and they're turning
yep.
up. They're turning out pretty good.
I think a stern voice will happen from me, bro. I think my kids will be quite respected by my stern voice, bro.
What was it like with you and your sister? Me and my sister, when we get hiding, so my sister would beg. She passed away now, rest in peace.
Rest her soul.
We'd be getting a hide, so she'd be first, but she'd be begging, like, please, Dad, please. And then the begging was so, it made me laugh.
Yep.
I'd start laughing at the begging. And then I'd get the hiding and she wouldn't. Did that happen with you guys?
Yeah, bro. I always used to laugh at my sister getting a smack, G. I'd be in the corner, I'd be looking, bro, and she'd be like, but yeah, back in the day, when you're like, come here. You know, yeah, watch. And she goes, get over here. And she goes, get a whack on the ass. And she'd be like, I'd be like, shame. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I used to do that. I was an asshole as fella. But then again, they would do the same exact thing to me.
Yeah.
Those cheeky buggers.
So what's the goals this year, bro? Anything big you're working on?
Currently, right now, yes. I'm not going to say that. But there is, I want to buy a house or get a house sorted this year. Probably towards the end of the year. Look at how we're going. Maybe even next year. It is on the cards. It has to happen soon.
In Hamilton?
Yep, in Hamilton. I want to have kids. Can't wait for some little pukamunas running around, bro. Mokapunas. Be pretty crack, bro. And yeah, it's actually, our flat's coming to the end this year. Everyone's moving out. We're going to stay in the same place though. Do it up ourselves and do what we want to do. And then just go from there. Maybe we have kids at the end of this year. No, actually, it's not going to happen. My wife's told me we've got too many weddings. She doesn't want to be fat for them. So it's probably going to be next year we start having kids.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
How many kids? How many kids would you?
Probably just two. I think it's. No, it's rude if I say that. I think two's enough in the current climate. There's too many people out there having too many kids. But that's just my belief on it.
Yeah.
Fuck, if we have three, I'm stoked. But
so having kids, do you worry about Tourette's with them?
yeah, so that's been a big thing. Obviously, there's a big one. Obviously, growing up, I didn't want kids. I despised the thought of having them and handing over my disability. I wanted it to end with me. But then I obviously met Olivia, and she changed my mind on that. And I also never wanted to get married. I just wanted to do me and live life. But she wanted that, so we both did that. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And she's changed my mind on a few things now. So, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited to see what the future brings for that. But I did worry, and I still do worry. And we don't know if it's hereditary or not. But we have read articles and done our research into it and done what we needed to do. We know they're going to be disabled in one way or another. These little fucking kids, they're poor bastards. But, yeah, I'm excited for that journey in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really am. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I also think that'll be prime Leighton.
Yeah.
Like me changing a shitty nappy and throwing it at you, Mr. Dave. That's hilarious.
What does Olivia mean to you, your wife?
She means everything to me, my wife. She means, she taught me to love and let live. No pun intended, because her name's Liv. That wasn't supposed to be a pun. But yeah, she just it's all good. It's good to, she taught me to enjoy the moment more. You know how like we rush through life? You're about to leave here in your fast car, loud car, you're about to boost out of here. Yeah. I've got a meeting in 25 minutes. Most of us live like that. Yeah. I have meetings every single day. Yeah. It's next. Then you've got an hour edit a video, have an hour sleep before you start to live stream for 10 hours. Or, you've got a busy day. Only, I'd say a year ago or 6 months ago, I really started to step back and go, wow, I'm in Taupo. I'm at the V8s with Red Bull. Wow, that's pretty cool. Fuck, this is mean. Oh, it's a fast car. Really start to take it in and enjoy your moments. Oh, I'm at home with my mum having a kai. Take it in. Yeah, take life in a bit more. That's what she's taught me to do.
Yeah, fuck, that's important.
Because a lot of us go too fast in life, including yourself. We're always moving. And I know this game.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, step back and enjoy yourself a bit more.
Yeah. That's why I got a bike. That's why I got a motorbike. So I can just fucking just cruise.
I'd never be allowed one. My wife wouldn't let me get one.
No, don't ever get one. But it's good fun.
Hey, bro. Don't even get one, bro, but it's good fun. I was with 660 yesterday, bro.
Oh, fuck, that's it.
I was hanging out with him all day. While they were down
I was hanging out with 660 all day. Fuck it out.
Well, they're good friends of ours, Uncle Jack and I. We've known them for a long time. We're really good friends with their manager, John Riley. He's a fucking man. And we're making a video of eating a pie.
Yeah.
At this, at Lunch Bar 88 in Hamilton. Shout out Lunch Bar 88 with the cream power pies and all that. And this fucking Māori fella walks in, bro. He goes, I'm not actually a big fan of you guys, but can I take a photo anyway for my sister, bro?
Fuck.
And I'm like, and I repeated what he said, and the guy turns around and goes, that's what I just said. Like, I'm not a big fan, but like, I want a photo, eh? Like, a photo? And I'm like, no, dickhead, I'm actually a fan. Like, do you not realize what you just said? He goes, oh, it's just being honest. I'm like, fuck, I'll give it to you, Māori. You're so admirable, bro. you cuzzies, bro. Oh, but I'm not a fan, though. But I can still take a photo. Yeah, you could do what you like, but if you've got nothing nice to say, just shut up.
Yeah.
But I can also take that. I've said some stupid shit in the past, but man, just in that moment. So we took the piss all day with them.
Yeah.
We were with them, and they were doing a record signing, and Uncle Jack and I turn up, and we go to the front of the line, and obviously because we're really close with them, and they were like, hello, sir. And then Jai goes, would you like a photo, sir? And I'm like, no, I'm not actually a massive fan of you guys, but I'd love a signed record. And they all started cracking up. That was a payoff of fucking the joke all day. Thanks to that fella, bro. I'll give it to him, bro. That's an admirable thing. Hey, when you meet someone real famous, that's the first thing you're going to say. Not actually a fan of you, bro, but can I have a photo for my sister? Oh, that just reminded me of what you just said about the bike just there.
Yeah.
Don't get one, but fuck their fun. Who the fuck is this guy? Shut up.
We used to get it all the time when I'd be boxing and Koreans in the crowd, there'd be people screaming like obscenities. Hate my guts, bro. And then when I come out, they go, oh, can we get a photo? And Korean, oh, don't take a photo. This guy's talking about how much he hates you the whole fight.
Yeah, I get people like that on the street. They'll say something really inappropriate to me. They'll come up to me and say, they'll ask me what my sex life is like with my wife. And I'm just like, why do you feel like you need to know about that? Like, why can't you just go and Google something on the hub or something that will fulfill your momentum?
What hub?
Wouldn't know, bro. I haven't been there. The bus depot hub, just down the road. You bastard. It's like, you don't have to come up and ask me. You can openly Google that shit. It's free to Google stuff. But I'm the man anyway, so don't need to know anything else.
Oh, we can ask Olivia that. He the man? He the man. She's nodding her head.
She's nodding her head, yeah.
Hey, bro, last question I ask everyone that comes on here. What's your why? What keeps you going? What keeps you driving?
My why is helping those kids out there that are suffering. Because the day that you accept yourself for who you are will be a day that you live a better life. I always openly say that. It's my number one thing I say. I accepted myself at the age of 26, 27. I'm now 32. Every day I live a great day.
I love it, bro.
And you can't win. You're always going to piss someone off. So stop trying to please everyone. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
It's a bit different if it's family. But yeah, just worry about yourself more and enjoy life, you know. It's okay to worry about yourself and enjoy that sort of shit.
Yeah.
And care about others when it needs to happen. But my why is my wife and knowing that I'm helping kids out there overcome their nervousness or anxiety. So, yeah.
What's the one message you say to young kids going through what you went through?
Yeah, it would be the day that you accept yourself for who you are will be a day that you live a better life. And it genuinely is. When you just go, fuck, I make noises. But I don't really give a fuck. They can bully me. Bro, the big thing was after school for me, bro.
Yeah.
Realising that there's such a bigger world out there outside of primary and high school.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these kids think it's the be-all or end-all. Oh, no, I have to go into the workforce now. It's going to be like this. No. You can subpoena people for that shit.
Yeah.
You can sue people for that type of shit, for discriminative things. You can really pick your balls up and run with it, or pick your fanny up and run with it, bro. If you need to, you do that shit and you'll win. Like, pick it up, bro. Pick up that shit and own it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The real world's a scary place if you're not playing right. It'll turn around and sideways hump you or from any direction.
Yeah.
It'll fuck you up.
Brother, thank you so much for joining me, man. This was one of my favourite ones. If you made it this far, thank you so much for the support. It really does mean so much to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment on our videos, and share this out. These stories are so inspiring, and they need to be heard by everyone. Thank you so much, team.